Hi everyone, welcome back to Business Hub. I'm so excited to be with us again on this journey. This is actually the one and only YouTube channel where you will find everything from the basic to finishing. We build models from beginning to the end. So today we are going to be looking at how to build a logistic startup financial model. Now we're using a prestigious company called Swift Move Logistics. All right, so we're going to build a model for Swift Move Logistics Limited. This model is going to detail out the operations of a logistic business, and we're going to see how to drill down and how to build our assumptions around this model and how profitable this industry is, right? So the thing about modeling is that it gives you an insight on the kind of business you're about to go into. Now, remember that everything we do in modeling is assumptions. So you are trying to kind of understand that, okay, if I go into this business like this, for let's say for a startup, you're going into this business, how profitable is this industry, right? Because no matter how hard the economy is, there are still businesses in that industry that are surviving. So how are they surviving? That is the question we're trying to answer by building a model. So that's what we're going to be doing on this channel and on this section, right? So I'm so excited to be back. I remember our model is a kind of model. The model we build on this channel is built from basic, from start to finish. We don't build model, we don't cut and join, or we build this particular section or we jump into conclusion. No, I will take you step by step on how to build a financial model for a startup, right? So that is what we're going to be doing right now. So the first thing we need to do is start every model. Before you start building any model at all, the first thing you need to do is look at, you first of all build your model guide, right? You now build your model guide. When you build your model guide, it will now be a guide to your entire model and to show you how your model is going to be laid out. So the model guide is a core modeling skills that every financial modeler need to understand before you build any model, and that is what I'll also do in this section. We're going to see how to build this model guide. This is actually going to be like a layout on what is contained in your model, right? And what is done on your model. So when you do that, now we'll look at how to build the input, which is the assumptions. Now this is our assumption. Everything we are doing on the model comes from this place. So this is the actual foundation of modeling. If you don't understand these assumptions, which are the drivers of the model, seriously, I don't think that model will ever work out. So you have to plan out how to do these things. Then after you get your assumptions, which is going to contain how you intend to get money, how you intend to spend the money, where you intend to spend the money, and how you intend to earn money. Okay, because it's very important how you intend to earn money. Then when you get these basic assumptions and you start your calculations. So when you now finish your calculations from here right now, from the calculations right now, then you can now go ahead and start integrating them into each and every financial statement. Now the three most important financial statements you must always know, must always bear in mind, is the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. These are the three most important financial statements you have to always know, or you have to always prepare, especially if you're building a financial model. Then after which we can now look at how to build a scenario analysis. Now this scenario analysis, we are trying to ask ourselves, because we are not in charge of the economy, we don't know how things are going to turn out. Things change, so we are trying to ask ourselves, in certain conditions, what will happen to our business? These are the questions we're trying to ask. We are trying to be strategic, we're trying to be logical, we're trying to be reasonable, because we don't have the power to control the economy. So we're trying to ask ourselves, in certain cases, in certain conditions, how is our business going to perform? So this is why scenario analysis is very important. When we are done with that, we can now build a valuation. We can now value our business and look at how the business is performing at the end of the period, right? So that is it. That is just an overview of what we are going to be doing on this series. So if you are ready with me, thank you very much. And please, if you have not subscribed up till now and you are here, it is not fair. So you have to subscribe to this channel to help the channel grow and reach more people. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Like I said, it's going to be a long series and you don't want to miss one bit of whatever we're going to be posting on this channel, right? So if you're ready, I am ready. So let's go right into it. So I will now go ahead and open my Excel because I know that I'm ready. So I'll open my Excel. I'll first of all start with the modeling guide. So I'll name this guide, name this sheet guide. So this is my model guide. Go to my view, remove the grid lines, so I have something very clean of this nature, right? So now let's go back. I won't be typing out this one by one. All I will do is I will just copy this entire text. I'll copy it. Yes, I'll copy it. In your own case, you need to type, right? In your own case, you need to type. So first of all, I will select these three rows, 3 columns, and adjust them like this, right? So when I'm done with that, I will just have to paste what I copied. So I'll just copy, I'll just paste this right here. I'm pasting it as a value. Why? Because I want to format it. I want to format it the way it should be. So I want to format it on my own. Sorry. Okay. Because I selected the whole sheet, I need to do this. Right? So this is it. This is what we have. So we have this, like I said, this is a core modeling skill that every financial modeler needs to know. If you don't know how to do this, you have not even started. So I just have to adjust this, and first of all, we are going, before we put anything around here, we're going to first of all go to our modeling style guide, because this is what is going to define our model, how we want our model to look. So everything we're going to be doing is going to take shape from our modeling style guide, right? So when I come here and see where we have a normal text, how do you want the text to appear? So we want to say, okay, this is now our modeling style guide. This is what is going to guide the layout or the view of our model, how our model is going to do on the selection of size, font style, and the font colors, and every formatting we are going to do in this model. This is where is going to take its shape from. Now, how do we want this our normal cell should look like? So we want to say our normal cell, if it is a number, it should appear the way it is right now. So we are good with that normal cell. Then what is our input, right? So our input, now we are going to say, okay, our input value should be hard coded. So that means anything we type should be hard coded. And in financial modeling, anything you are typing is hard coded and should be in blue, right? Should be in blue. Now, sometimes I try to make my so dynamic. I try to use the company's color. Now, I will use the company's theme color. If I'm using their color, I will use their theme color to differentiate this, because I want everything to look consistent, right? So I try to do that. Standard says every financial model, every hard-coded value in a financial model should be in blue. So in this case, we are going with blue, right? We are going with blue. So let's do, okay. Now this is what we have. So if you come to your select on that cell, how you want that to appear, select on it. Then when you select it, the input value should be in blue. Now come to your cell styles here. If you come to your cell style here, we are going to start formatting it. Now if you look at here, we have input, and this is how the default input is formatted. We'll say no, this is not what we have, what we want. So we can just go ahead and modify this input. So when you click on it, you say okay, click on the format. When you click on the format this cell, then you come to your font. You say okay, I don't want the font to be this color, which is this orange color. I want it to be blue, and there is a specific kind of blue I like. So I'll just go ahead and click on more colors. So I'll come to this standard color. I prefer using this blue. I don't know why, but this blue is a kind of very light and very bluish for me. So I'll just click on it and say okay. Right, so when I do that, I'll say okay, the font style, is the font style okay by me? I can decide to say okay, I don't want this font style, I want something I want something area. Let's say I want this, the font should be area. So I want something, I want font, the font should be area, right? So this is the font I want. Now the font size or the font style should be regular, right? Because it's a regular text. I leave it on regular, and the font size should be 11. So when I'm done with that, I can go to border. Well, I don't need border here, right? I may say I don't need border here, so I'll say no border, right? If I come to no border, I'll just click on no border. You can see everything disappears. So I'll come here again and say, okay, do I need fill color? Of course I don't need fill color, and that is it on that. So I'll just click OK. Right when I click OK, I'll also click OK here. Then I can now apply the style on mine. Okay, this is link. Oh, what I supposed to have done is this what do you call it, is input. Okay, let me just modify this. I want the value should be the numbers. Right, we are going to come to that. So let's go to input. Input are things you type in, the hard coded values, right? So let's go ahead and format that too. So let's look for anything, any of these styles here. This is output. I can go with this output and say, okay, let me modify this output too, and say this model outcome. Let me just duplicate this output, duplicate it, and name it input. I'll say this is called input, right? So my input style should be like this. Then I'll come to font. The font should be regular and it should be area. The font style should be area. Should be area, right? Sorry, press enter instead. So the font style should be area, and the color should be this blue, right? The color should be this blue. This is our input, the values we type in manually. So this should be our input. I don't want border on that. I don't want border. I don't want fill color on that. So I don't want fill. You can see there's fill. I'll click on no fill. I will just now click OK, right? When I click OK, I have it like this. Then I can click OK. Already exists. Wow. So that means we have a cell called that. Let's see. Do we have anything? Okay, see input. All right. So let's modify this input. Let's modify it. I don't need color, no need fill. I don't need the border. I don't need the font should be blue. The font color should be blue, regular, and this should be area. This should be area, right? Then I can click OK. Then apply the style here, right? This is the input. But another thing we need to do, look at the input values. The input value is dropped in one place. I want a comma separator on that. So I'll just go back to my cell styles, right click on it, modify, go to format, go to numbers, right? If I go to numbers, I put the value to number. I need a comma separator. Yes, need a comma separator, and it should be in decimal place, in 2 decimal place or 1 decimal place as you will choose. I want to leave it in a 2 decimal place, and I want the negative value should be in red. It will be in red and in parentheses, right? So I'll click on OK. Okay, then adjust this. Now just adjust it a little bit, right? So you can see this is how it looks. Now we can also format this our normal cell. This our normal cells should also have something like that. Maybe you want it to be in the data, but no, because I wouldn't like to do that, because if I do it, it will mean that I want to change the change it from general to this, but I think it's okay like that. All I need to do right now is come back to my normal cell, then I will now modify it, then change the font to area, change the font to area, right? and it should be regular, and the size should be this. There is no border, there is no fill, and I'm okay, right? I'm okay. Then I can apply it on our text. So that is it. That's our normal text is this, right? You can see everything has automatically changed to area because we format the normal cells to the area, so the font has changed. Now let's also go to our link. Okay, we already set up our link style. So our link style, let's say our link style is going to be this, right? So we can modify this as well. Can modify it. Come to this. Okay, this time around we want border to separate, to differentiate between the link style and the input style. So the link style, let's say we want it to have a border, and the border should also have this color, right? The border should also have this color, and the border should be outline color like this. So we are okay with it like this, and we're going to come back here and say, okay, this is okay and this is okay, but the values should be, the values should also be in 2 decimal places. The value should be in 2 decimal places, have a decimal, a comma separator, and the negative value should be in red, and click OK. Okay, then apply that. You can see we have now differentiated between our link cell and our input cell. So let's come again on the percentage. Now on the percentage, we are going to say, okay, the percentage should be formatted in this order. Let me duplicate this calculation. We now say this is percentage. On the percentage, we are looking for, what we are looking for on the percentage is going to be this. We're going to remove this field on the number, and we're going to say, okay, the percentage should be this, in 2 decimal places. Yes, the percentage should be in 2 decimal places. The font color we should not have font color at all. There shouldn't be anything font on that. So let's go ahead and uncheck this. It should take default font color of it should take a default font color from what we have in our normal cell. So we go back and say, okay, this, we don't need border around it, we don't need this, but we can choose to apply the input cells format on that. So we don't need this color, we don't need fill, so we just click no color, no border. Font should be, there is no point of doing anything on the font. Font should be regular, text should be in 2 decimal places, and we say okay. Then we say okay, you can now apply the percentage. Okay, we did not change the color. Okay, let's apply it first, then go back again, modify it. We don't need this, we just need to take its original shape. So you go to font, you change the font to automatic, and you click OK. Okay again, effect it. This should be, let's say 10, right? So this is how we want our percentage to appear. So we have this also, we have the subtotal. How do you want our subtotal to look? So our subtotal is going to be our subtotal is going to be, okay, let's duplicate this total, our subtotal is going to be bold, yes, and it's going to be this color. Then the border, we don't want a border around here. The border is going to be on top of it, on top of it, and we are going to say that it should be automatic color. We don't need it to be black, we don't need it to have any color. We can come to fill and say, okay, we don't have need for it to be colored. So we come back to the numbers, right? So when you are done with that, you can just click OK. Rename this to subtotal, right? We don't need this, we don't need this. This is okay, this is okay. You can just click this. Format number should be this. comma separator on this. Let's go ahead and click OK and OK. So apply that style. You can see our border is not there, so we need to go back, modify this, come back to this place, and we are going to say, okay, let's go to border. Our border should be border. We have border on top of it, and click OK. OK, right? Then you apply it. So you can see the border is now there. Then how do you now treat our total? Our total is going to, all we need to do is to modify this total. Modify automatic color. So you can choose to go with this and this, right? So I don't think we have need for any other thing. So let's go to font and see the font on the total. I want the font to increase, and it should be bold, and it should be what? Area. The thing now is that even if I did not change this area, it will not have any effect because I have changed it from our previous from our normal cell, and it's going to take effect, right? Let's just do it. So our total is going to be this, and our total doesn't have comma separator, so let's go ahead and modify that quickly. Click on modify, go to format, go to numbers, go to values, comma separator, this value, I'll say okay, okay. You can see we have something like this. Now we also have our divisor. I don't know how to explain this divisor, but I think when we start building the model proper, you will see what the divisor does. The divisor is okay like this. Let's just leave it. So let's go ahead and say okay, our multiples. So we're going to format our multiples. Let's say our multiple is going to be I'm going to now duplicate which one are we duplicating? Let's duplicate okay, let's duplicate this percentage, then we name it multiples. Our multiples, we're going to format, go to custom. Now we're going to say is going to be 0.00, then we add then we have the x, add x to it, right? So have x to it, and we say okay. The font is good, the font is automatic, every other thing applies like that. Click and click OK. Then apply the multiple style. You can see this is our multiple right now. So our title now, this is going to be where is our title? We have the title here. Modify this. Our title is going to be this. Our title is going to be, let's say the color should be white, because obviously we are going to put a field color, and the field color is going to be let's say what is our theme. What is our theme? Our theme, let's choose a theme color. Are we still going with blue? Let's go with blue. Let's go with this blue as our theme color, right? Let's go with this blue as our theme color. And when we do that, so let's go ahead and say we don't need border. Of course we don't need border. Go back, see we don't need any other thing. Then the font should be bold, should be area. The area font, this particular font, even if it do not change it, it doesn't have any effect because it automatically is already in area. So let's go with this, and let's say the font, we want to increase the font a little bit to 24. Then we click OK. Then you can apply the style, right? You can apply the style. So you can see this is our font style. Then we can go ahead again and say okay, this subtitle, how do you want our subtitle to be? Let's go ahead and duplicate this, and say subtitle, we don't need this, we don't need this. all we need is the fonts and bold. So in this case, we are going to now do the reverse of the color we selected. So the color is going to be this, right? The color is going to be this, and it's going to be 18, the font size, and it's going to also be, it's going to be bold, right? It's going to be bold, and we have it like this. Then we can click okay, then apply it and see. So apply it. This is what we have. Now our headers, this is not very, we don't have much problem here because we can just decide to go with this. Since our color, our theme color is blue, and just apply this style and just go ahead and apply this style, right? So our table header is going to take the same shape with our the title style. So let's go ahead and duplicate this title. We're going to say table header, we are now going to say okay, reduce the size, reduce the table size. We go by saying okay, the table size should be 14, to be bold. Every other thing applies, right? So let's go ahead and click okay, then apply the style, right? You can see now we have, finally we have our calculations. How do you want our calculations to be, to look like? So modify this calculator and calculations and say okay, we are modifying the calculator and calculations. So our calculations will say okay, we need a shade of, we need our calculations to be automatic, right? And we need it to be, the font size to be the same. Then we need a fill, we need a kind of let's say this fill on our calculation. You can see when we say we need a kind of this fill on our calculations, you can click okay, you can apply the style, but we don't need the calculations to be in bold. So modify, you don't need to be in bold, so you can just go back to our font and say okay, it should be a regular text, okay, and okay. So this is what we have as our core as our sales style guide. So we can go ahead right now and start applying all we have done. So first of all, let's save our work, let's save it as Swift. Okay, I have it here, but I'm going to change it and say, let me just differentiate it, Swift Limited, and I will say class, right? So this is, we have saved it. So now let's start applying our style. Let's apply our style. So we're going to now say okay, we're going to start from here. We're going to start from here and say okay, what is our title? So our title style is going to be this. You just select it. You can see how easy it has become now. So you're going to say subtitle is going to be this as well. Subtitle, we're going to say okay, what is our subtitle style, right? You can say this is our subtitle. Then what is our heading? So our heading 1, we can say our heading 1 is this, right? Then what is our heading 2? So our heading 2 is going to be this, something like this. Now if you format or understand the core modeling skills, it becomes easy for you, because everything you are now doing on financial model, everything you are going to be doing will take the same shape, take the same effect. You won't mix things up and down, because everything is now following the same order, the same style, and the same formatting. Remember what I said, that consistency is key in everything you're building in financial model, right? So this, I want this to be left aligned, to be right aligned like this, and I want these are my input values. These are input values. I will say okay, this value should be, all these things should be an input style. I'll say it should be an input style, or even though they are text, this okay. Even though they are text, I want them to have how did I do it here? Okay, I want them to have this. um okay, okay, let me just modify another one here, because they are text. I want them to be a little bit different. So let's go ahead and say modify this. So duplicate this. You can say textiles, just naming anything you want. Textiles, textile. You can say I don't need this. I don't think I need this. I don't also need this. Oh, I need this. I don't need this. I don't equally need this. I think I need only these two. So I'll go ahead and say, okay, our text style should be, let's say the color should be a little bit thematic. I want it to be thematic with our model to have this, and I want it to be a kind of 12. The font should increase a little bit, and I'll go ahead and say, okay, I need the border. So the border should be the same color. Let's say the same color like this, and I don't want it to be a rounded border. I want it to be a kind of dotted line border aspects. I can still choose to leave it like that and apply it outside it, and that is all. Click OK, click OK, and then you can now apply your text style, right? So this is our text style. Then adjust this a little bit. Okay, this is not supposed to be here, right? So this is what we have. This is what we have now. In this case, this I don't want this to be typed manually. I can just put equal to sign and click here, be updated. Then this one too, I don't want it to be manually. I just want to type this once and it will appear in everything I'm doing, right? So this is it, right? So you can see here the same thing I will do here. The same thing I will do here. So the same thing I will do here. I will apply the same style. Apply the same style here. Right, I'll apply the same style. Okay, so you can see that our model is coming to place. Then this is heading 2. This is going to be our heading 2. Apply the heading 2 style. Then this is going to be our heading 1. So apply the heading 1 style. And this is heading 2. Apply the heading 2. So we have this in order of this. So this is going to be our heading 2 as well. It's going to be our heading 2 as well. Because heading 2 was the last thing I applied, so I just press my F4 and it will apply the same thing. So let me say I want to apply the same thing here. I'll also press my F4 to apply the same thing. So all the heading 2, this is a table header. This is table header. Let's go ahead first. Let's finish this. Now this is heading 1. Our heading 1 should take this heading 1, right? So we have this like this. Now you can see that everything has been formatted except for this, I think, just for this heading 1, right? So heading 1, so this is going to be our heading 2. Okay, this is heading 2. We have heading 2, and we also have this is our table. We're going to apply the table style here. So table style here, right? So you can see that we have fully formatted our table to look something of this nature. So this is now our table. Our modeling styles is now in place. Now we have done that. So I can just break this down. This should be, yep, I think it's something like this. Right, so we have this is just a definition of times what we are going to see on the model, right? So we have this to be this, and right, so we are still going to continue, right? I wanted to end the class on this particular section, right? here, but I will go ahead and format this. So this is actually a date. If you anytime you see your date appearing like this, all you need to do is just hold down your control and shift, then you press 3. When you press 3, it will format it back to date like this, because it was already in date. So let's say this is our model. Now we can rename this. We can say this is the model start date. So to rename any cell, you can come to here, select the cell you want to rename, right? Select the cell you want to rename. You can, so renaming cells actually help you to recall them later. So model start date, then this is model forecast period, model forecast period. Then we have the model, the month in a period, months in a period. You see where this applies later as we continue on the model. So you can see this is our model. We have the model, how the model is structured. This is the model navigation and structure. We have the cover page, right? We have the cover page. We have the inputs, the calculations, the income statement, the balance sheets. Okay, this balance sheet, I can say balance sheets or the balance sheet or statement of financial position, statement of financial position. Then do this statement of financial position, and we have this. Right, so we have this. You can see our model styles have been applied and everything is now in place. So the next thing I did was just to hide these columns. I don't need this much, so I'll just delete this, then hide this place, hide it. I have something like this. Then come down here and say okay, I'm also going to hide this, and I have something like this, right? So this is what I have. Then our model styles, our model guide have been applied successfully, and we can see how beautiful and consistent everything we have done is, right? You can see how beautiful and consistent it is. Now in the next sheet, that is where we're going to be building our model template, right? First of all, we have to build a model template and see. So I'm going to use this particular video to explain how to build a model template. Then in the next session, we'll see how to start building our input. So you come here and ask your, then you can say model template, and name it model template, model templates. Model templates, right? And come to your view here and remove the grid line. So when you remove the grid line, select the same thing we did on the first one, on the first page, that's on the model guide. We can do the same thing here, just adjust this. This is just to give you a space between from the beginning to this side. We have this. Now what do we have on the model template? Let's see what do we have. Now we have on the model, we have something like this, right? Something like this, okay. I just want to copy the text, I don't want to type, that is why I have something like this. Select this again, then paste as values. You can see everything is pasted as values. Then I can go ahead and say okay, I don't need all this because that is what we are going to be building. Okay, now I remember something here, our model end date. So this is our title, remember. So we can go back here and say okay, I don't want to be calling this, calling that every time, so I can just go ahead and rename this company name. right? So company name. Now if I come right here, I'll just say company name. Sorry, company name. So enter. I just select this, highlight it to this end, highlight this to this end, and apply our style. And apply our title style. Our title style, and this our subtitle style. Subtitle style. Yeah. This is going to be our subtitle style. Alt HJ. Then our subtitle style is here. You can see it's coming up. Subtitle style is here. Then this is going to be our heading 1. Heading 1. Alt HJ. Alt HJ to give you this. Right, so I don't want to be having this view. I don't want this to be shifting. So the next now I'll just kind of hold on this and go straight to the left, and I'll right click and I'll say hide this place. Right, so this is what I have. I don't want to be zooming out and zooming in, and so I have this. So I will also change this to B. I'll apply as our set style on this Alt HJ to give me these options, and I'll apply this to it. Right, this is our explanatory style guide, and this is going to be our subtitle as well. Alt HJ subtitle. No, I mean heading 2. We have this, so you can just bold this, bold this. Bold this, bold this, bold this. Right, so this is also going to be our heading 1, I mean heading 2. Now it's heading 1. We have heading 2 here, heading 2. Then this source is going to be bold and underline and underline. So let's come back up here. Let's finish with this place first. This is also going to be now for this our date. We need our end date. So our end date is going to be equal to, so our end date is going to be our model start date. Model start date. Our model start date. Our model start date minus 1. Right, remember what's happened, what I did on this kind of problem. Hold on your shift and control, then press 3. It should be formatted to something like this. So I can just go ahead and select the whole of this and say okay, I want to format this. Say Alt H, then O, then I want to increase the column width. So the column width, I want to increase it, let's say 15. Right, we have something like this. So we have this. This is now our model, the end date for the previous section. So what we're looking for is the previous period. So that's what we mean by end date. Remember the end date, the model, the end dates. So let me repeat myself. The end date is going to be our model start date. Our model start date minus 1. Alright guys, I just added some few items here. This is typical because it's very important, especially if you are building a corporate financial model. That's for already existing businesses. You have something like this. So I added the latest historical year end and the historical end date. So the only thing you need to do here is to type in the latest historical year end, which is going to be 2020. It's going to be 2024. Right, so I can just copy this and rename this. So you can just do is abbreviate everything. This should be historical year end. Right, this is paste. Then this should be let's just enter this. You enter an invalid reference. What is the invalid reference? Enter. Okay, I just enter here. Change this again, or you can just leave it. Don't even need to. You can just enter it, and you don't even need to. Don't be lazy like me. You can choose to type, but I choose to copy. It's your choice. Go on to invalid again. Why? Okay, let's go back. Let's go here and go to formula. Let's say define this. Okay, fine. So it's still the same thing. So we have this. Now we want to get the historical end date. Our historical end date is now going to equals to date, then the year, comma, then the month. We can say the month is month in a period, comma, then do that, you say comma, then how many days do we have in a month? We have 31 days. Just type in 31 days, close your bracket and enter. You have this. But the problem here now is that it's not following our formatting here. So what I will do is just copy this and come here, then come to my home, click on paste, then I will look for paste special, and I'll click on paste formatting and click OK. Right, you can see that it's like taking our formatting style. So this is what we have. Now we have the model end date. So the model end date is going to be, the model end date is at the end of the period. How many period we have? I think this should come down while this go up. I think it's going to be, then the model end date is going to be the forecast year end. So the forecast year end is going to be our historical year, our historical dates, which is going to be this, our historical year plus the 5 years we have here, and you enter. We have, you can see we have 2029, right? So that is what we are going to have across this place, right? So that is it. Now the next thing we are going to see is our forecast end date. So the same thing we did here, that's what we're going to do here. Our forecast end date is going to be equals to what? Our forecast end date is going to be equals to dates, then the year 2029, right? 2029, comma. Let me first of all rename this to. Let me rename this. Rename it. So come here. Go to your formulas. I don't know why that was not working. Define name ranges, leave it with that, and just click OK. Then come back here, copy this, go to your formulas. Okay, go to your formula, define name, come here, go to formulas, define name ranges. You can just say forecast end dates. You can just click OK. We have this. So what you're going to say here is equal to dates, equal to dates. I want to use this section to actually finish everything regarding the model style guide, right? So equals to date, the year, comma, month in a period, month in a period, month in a period, comma, how many days do we have in a year? So how many days do we have in a year? We have 31 days in a year. Then type it in and close the bracket. We have this. Remember to always follow our pattern. Format consistency is key. So go to this place, copy it this time, come to your home, come to your paste special, and paste format. Click OK. You can see it as well, the same format, right? So this is what we have. Then when we come back to our model templates, which is what we are building, our model template, then here we don't actually need to do this. All we need here right now is to just say equals to what is our model start date, model start dates. Model start dates minus 1 is going to give us 2024. Right, model start is going to give us 2024. Then here we can now come and say, okay, we want to look for the period after the models, after the end period. So the period after that is going to be, we're using the formula called end dates. So the end date, what is our start date? Our start date is actually going to be our this period. Then how many months in a month we have? We have the months, we have months in a period. So our months in a period is 12. Just click on it and close the bracket, enter. So we have this is not a problem. You can click this and drag it forward. You can click this and drag it forward and hold down your control and shift, press 3. So we have something like this. Now what is the model start date? So remember what we did here. What we did here is the model start date minus 1, but here now what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, this is equals to this plus 1. See, this is just it. That's the simple way to do it. Just click and drag it forward. So we have this. Now if you also want to get only the year, so you can just say equals to year, comma, then you click on any of them, you can extract the year and click OK, and drag it forward. So we have this, right? We have this. Now we can see how our model template has come into place, right? So here we have everything displayed in place, but we still have one problem. This template, I want to have this underlined below here. So what I'm going to do is I'll go back to my cell style. Go to your cell style, then we can say, okay, let's modify this to duplicate. You can say underline. That's what I want. So don't need this, don't need this per se, but I need the border. Sorry, go back there. Where is this underline? Then modify. Okay, I need the line under, right? So I need the line under, and the color should be let's say something this much, right? Something this much, and I need it to be, yeah, I need to be under, yeah, I need it to be under. Okay, that is okay. Font, I don't need it to be bold, to be regular. Okay, and okay. Then I can just select the whole of this and say okay, press Alt J. Then our underline, yeah, I need something like this. So with this, our template is coming to place. So with this, we have our template. So this is our model template. Then you can now duplicate it according to how many sheets you want. So we remember we want to have the input, the calculations, the income, the financial statement, the financial position, the cash flow scenario analysis, and the DCF valuation. So DCF valuation. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 7 of this. So we just duplicate this into 7. So you say duplicate this. Hold down your shift and hold down your control, duplicate. This is your DCF valuation. Then enter, and you have this much. So we can move this across to this end because we don't need it again. So that is it. We have been able to develop our templates and also develop the pages on how we want to flow with this modeling. So It is very important to do this because this is actually the core modeling skills you need before you start building. So with this in place right now, you don't have to stretch yourself. You see that everything becomes smooth, and all you need to be doing is build a model across. You can see you can just be building the model across each of these because you have predefined all these things before you start building a model. So when we return back in the next section, we'll see how to input this. We'll see how to go about our input and the rest of the model. So thank you very much, and if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, this is another opportunity for you to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Alright guys, thank you very much, and see you in the next class.